Andy Markham, and this is my friend Jack. Hello. Jack, just say hello normally. Anyway, Jack. Hello, Jack. Could you do me a favour? How has half term been? Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? It's not been fun. What do you mean it's not been fun? It's boring. Why is it been boring? Because what? Because what? We can't do anything. Lockdown. Yeah, lockdown has made half term maybe a little bit boring. I don't like walking. Grandad goes on long walks and I'm bored. Yeah, I know, walking is not for everyone. However, a day is coming where you will be able to see your friends again, where we will be back in school and you can go into your classrooms and play with your friends and go out in the playground. And then a day will come where we can see our friends outside of school. And I'm sure it won't be that long until we can come back into your schools and do our assemblies face to face. It's taking too long. But we need to stay strong and stay positive and think about what we can have, what we've got that we could share, even in the time of lockdown. What do you mean? Well, I know that you are funny. I know that you have some fantastic stories. And I know you're really good at making people laugh. I know it. Listen. And we don't need to meet people face to face to that. You can go and chat to your friends on Zoom or over the internet or over the computer game consoles. Oh, yes, there's lots of things that you can do. You can share with Grandad and me and the people at home. We can give what we have. I don't understand. Well, I tell you what, why don't you go and sit down there and I will tell a story that just might help us understand this a little bit more. What do you mean? Just say goodbye and you can listen to the story. Oh, okay then. Goodbye, everybody. See you soon. Bye. I'm going to listen to the story. Come back. Oh my God. Just stay there. Anyway, well, the story I want to tell you today is about a little boy who went off to see Jesus. Now, Jesus was doing what Jesus does best, and he was standing there on a big hillside talking to 5,000 men and 5,000 women, I'm guessing, and all of their children. There was thousands upon thousands of people that Jesus was talking to. Now, Jesus seemed to talk. And this little boy had gone off to see Jesus and he sat there and it'd gone past lunchtime and people were starting to get very hungry. Well, as their tummies rumbled, Jesus' friends came up to him and said, Jesus, maybe we should tell people to go home and get food. But Jesus said, no. Is there anyone here who has any food? Well, no one had bought food other than the little boy. And he opened his packed lunch and he saw 5 loaves and 2 fish. 5 loaves and 2 fish. That's not enough to feed 5,000 people and the women and the children. But the little boy remembered this point that I'm telling Jack. He knew what he had, he could give away. So he went up to Jesus and said, this is my packed lunch. You can have it. Well, Jesus then took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, prayed over it and started to give it to his friends to give out to all of the thousands of people. And every one of them had a whole belly full of bread and fish. They all ate, the men, the women, the children, the little boy. And when everyone had finished eating, Jesus' friends went off and collected all the leftovers. And there was 12 baskets of food left over. Why? Because a little boy gave what he had. Jack is feeling a little bit frustrated. Maybe you're feeling a bit frustrated because we're living in a time that's just not normal. It's not as it should be. And we can sit there and think, well, I can't do anything. We've just had half term. And if you're probably like Jack, finding it just tough. But you know what? We still have some amazing gifts and things inside of us that we can share. You are gifted. You are talented. You are skilled. You are one of a kind. I've said it so many times. You have 10 unique fingerprints that prove that you are one of a kind. And you can share your characteristics, what make you amazing with your family. And then when we're back in school with our friends in school, or maybe if you're allowed on Zoom or on Teams, or maybe you can chat with FaceTime with your family, then you can share a little bit of who you are with them. Because when we share what we have, it can grow into something beautiful. Do you know what? When I started doing these collective worship assemblies right back in September, and my friends came alongside of me, people like Pete that you know, and Dave and Holly and Helen, and they came alongside and said, hey Andy, let's do it together. Let's bring what you have and what we have, and we'll create this collective worship program for you schools, for you guys at home to enjoy. Why? Because we all bought a little thing that we had. It's a bit like this. I have here my guitar. And if I was to play one string, it sounds okay. It's just on its own. And you can make a tune out of it. But a guitar sounds so much better when you play all of the strings together. Why? Because it's so much better when strings work together. You are gifted. You are talented. You are one of a kind. You're not a mistake. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And inside you is some amazing gifts and talents. And all we need to do is share them with our friends, our families, and be generous in what we have. Let's take a moment to think. See if you can finish this sentence. I am amazing because. I am good at because. Are you good at sports? Are you good at reading or writing? Are you good at computer games or drawing or spelling? Are you really good at being kind and generous? Are you good at smiling? Are you good at making people laugh like Jack does? Are you good at baking? Are you good at giving mums and dads snuggles? What is it that makes you amazing? And what have you got that you can give? And maybe instead of waiting for the day when we're all back together in school and with our families and wider families, we can start today in our homes, in our households, in our bubbles, and think, what have I got in me that I can share? Because when we give what we have and give it away, it makes something beautiful. I'm going to finish with a prayer. And if you agree with my prayer, as always, you can say amen at the end. Let's just pray. Dear God, thank you that we are unique, fearfully and wonderfully made. We have gifts and talents on the inside of us, bursting to come out. Help us to share what we do have with the people around us to create something beautiful. Amen. Well, boys and girls, I want to encourage you to think about that today and for the rest of the week. What have you got inside you? What skills and talents and gifts and qualities have you got today to share with your friends, with your family, even now in lockdown? And hopefully, as we share those out with the people around us, it will create something beautiful. It's been lovely to share with you again today. And remember, although we're in lockdown and it's hard, a better day is coming where we will be able to see each other face to face again. But until then, have a fantastic week and we look forward to seeing you soon. God bless, guys. Bye-bye.